That's why Islam is not Christianity. Christianity is not Islam. We're not the same. We have differences. So Islam thinks that Christianity has been perverted, corrupted. The New Testament has been changed. We believe that there are many antichrists who will come into the world. I know Muslims will get offended, but it is what it is. Jesus in John 14:6 explicitly says, I am the way and the truth and the life. No man comes to the Father except through me. He didn't say I'm one of many ways. I point you to the life, and I can bring you to the Father among many. He goes, no, I am the truth, the life. Now, even from an Islamic perspective, no prophet can say he's the truth, the life, because Islam recognizes those titles as belonging only to the God of Islam, which they believe is the God of Abraham. So for Jesus to say he's the truth, he just claimed to be more than a man from an Islamic perspective. To say you're the life, he just claimed to be more than a man. And he mentioned the Quran, so I asked, could you give me a copy? Well, I read the Quran and I was flabbergasted, because here's a book that mentions the major prophets of the Bible and Jesus, but it gives a different spin on it. So I got really confused. But here's where training your children in the way to go pays dividends. Because of that young boy teaching me the Christian faith, planting seeds in my heart, my reaction was to go back to the New Testament. I go, wait, let me read the New Testament. And I remember reading it, man, I fell in love with Jesus all over again. In fact, I missed him. But as I read the New Testament, I fell in love with him all over again. There's no one like Jesus. I fell in love with him, but then I had a problem. What do I do with Muhammad? Because I was convinced Muhammad was a true prophet because he was sincere. But I had read a sanitized biography on Muhammad that made him look very, very devout, sincere. And so I didn't know what to do with him, because if he's sincere and he's willing to suffer for his claims, then obviously he's not lying. But what he says about Jesus contradicts what the New Testament says. How do I reconcile that?